Hey there, Dice Masters fans. Dave here from Dice Masters Database with a preview of the all-new Green Arrow and Flash set coming out this September. Thank you so much to Wizkids for sending us these 6 packs to preview. What I'm going to do is open each pack and discuss the cards and dice in it and give my own thoughts on 2 of the formats commonly used in Dice Masters, Unlimited Constructed and Rainbow Draft. For those of you not familiar with the terms, Unlimited Constructed is basically the current competitive tournament format. Except for Relentless and Sword of Revealing Light, all Dice Masters cards from all sets are legal in this format. The other format I'll be forming my opinions on is Rainbow Drafting. This is Dice Masters' version of a sealed tournament, and if you have not already tried Rainbow Drafting, I can't recommend enough that you go on down to your FLGS and check it out. Personally, it's my favorite way to play. So, let's crack open some packs. So, right off the bat, we get a shiny new foil. Let's get it so you can see. This is Hal Jordan, uncommon, and as you can see, it's super shiny. The new thing in the Green Arrow and Flash set is that every card, except maybe the super rares, although that's not confirmed yet, has a foil and non-foil counterpart. The other card we got is the Atom. So let's take a look at these 2 cards. The Atom, Sword of the Atom. He is a 4-cost Teen Titan Fist. While the Atom is active, whenever you could use a global ability, you may spin down one of the Atom dice to level 1 and deal 3 damage to target character die. This, to me, seems like it has a lot of potential. His fielding cost is 0/1/1, and on his level 3 side, he's a 5/5. Being able to spin him up and down to deal 3 damage to a die is a really powerful ability. And because he's a Teen Titan, I could really see him having some synergy. In Constructed, if you're going for a Teen Titan build, this guy is going to find a place on your team. In Rainbow Drafting, again, I see this guy as very playable. He's a cheap fist with a big punch, and I'm very partial to fists, and I can totally see drafting this and going along with the Teen Titans build. Let's take a look at Hal Jordan. Rebuilding Coast City. He is a crossover character, which is another new thing in the Green Arrow Flash set. And basically what that means is that he costs a bolt, a mask, and 1 other energy. As you can see, he's 3 bolt mask. That means that you have to have 1 of each of the energy to purchase this. You can't just buy him for 1 bolt and 2 other energy, or 1 mask and 2 other energy. You'll need at least a bolt, a mask, and 1 other. Crossover is the new thing in this set, and I think it's really interesting because he's super cheap for what he does. His ability is, if all of your active characters are crossover characters, each Hal Jordan character die may block up to 2 additional character dice. His fielding is 1/1/2, and on his level 3 side, he's also a 5/5. He is a big body for 3 cost. Granted, it's a hard 3 cost to get, but it's definitely possible. If you take a look at his dice, you can see the dice there's a bolt and a mask on the actual die, and they've got 2 sides like that, and then his last side is just a generic energy. So if you were to spin down one of the sides, I believe you would only have 1 generic energy left. I don't know how it would work if you would use both energy at the same time. Alright. Our next pack has Speedy and Star Labs, which is the non-basic action in the set, one of them. So let's see Speedy. Speedy is a 3-cost mask. When Speedy is blocked, you may sacrifice Speedy to deal 2 damage to target blocking character die. Speedy is definitely playable in draft and really in unlimited construction because she's cheap enough to come out. This is an interesting card in constructed because I can see this having a play as a way to get other characters off the field. Having her, she is going to be blocked most of the time because her attack ability is 3, 4, 5. So not too many people are going to want to take that damage. When she's blocked, you can sacrifice her to deal 2 damage to target blocking character die. Sacrificing her puts her in the used pile. So once they block her, you put her into the used pile, and instead of having her get KO'd, you deal 2 damage to another blocking character die. That definitely has some utility there. Additionally, being a 3-cost mass character, she's pretty cheap, and she has a lot of potential in a rainbow draft, as that's kind of what you look for, cheap characters with big bodies. The other card we got in this pack is Star Labs Guided Development. This is another crossover card. It's a 3 Bolt Shield card. And it reads, continuous. Whenever you could use a global ability, you may send this die to the use pile to give target Bolt or Shield character die regenerate until the end of the turn. Gain X life if that character die uses regenerate this turn, where X is its new level. Now, this is interesting because this can bring your dice back to you. Regenerate is a very underused ability, and whenever your character die would be KO'd, you can roll it, and if it comes back onto a character face, it regenerated. Additionally, you gain life. If you roll a level 3 character, you can gain 3 life that turn. This is a highly playable card in both constructed and drafting, and even more so in drafting, seeing as it's a cheap 3-cost card. Additionally, this has a global that says pay a shield and a bolt and move a sidekick die from your used pile to your prep area and field another sidekick die from your used pile. This is an easy 2 for 2 swap. Moving 2 dice from your sidekick pile, 1 into the field, is a great global. Anything that helps you churn your bag and keep sidekicks out of it is top notch in my opinion. And even just for the global, I can see this getting played on many constructed teams and definitely getting played in Rainbow Draft. Okay, so our next pack, get that open, we have a Cosmic Treadmill, which is another non-basic action card, and we have Static. And as you can see, Static is our second foil that we've pulled so far. So let's start with our Cosmic Treadmill. A 4-cost crossover Fist and Mask, Cosmic Treadmill Antique Shop Discovery. Reroll up to 2 target dice in your reserve pool. For each fist or mask rolled, deal 1 damage to target opponent. I love direct damage. I love direct damage in constructed. I love direct damage in rainbow drafting. Anytime you can deal damage directly to your opponent without having to attack, that's top notch in my book. In Constructed, I think there are a little bit easier ways to do this, but I can definitely see this getting a lot of play in Rainbow Draft because, again, it's very hard to deal direct damage, and this seems like one of the only ways to do this. The other card we got is Static, Virgil Hawkins. He is a 3-cost Bolt Teen Titan character. While Static is active, whenever your opponent rolls 2 or more dice at once, deal 1 damage to target character. That's crazy. Your opponent is going to roll 2 or more dice at least once per turn. And if they reroll, I think that counts twice. So if he's active twice, at least twice per turn, he will deal 1 damage to a target character die. He is a 3-cost Bolt, so he is super cheap. He's also a Teen Titan, so he has synergy with that. And on top of that, he is a 0/1 fielding cost. This guy is going to get a lot of play, both in Unlimited Constructed and in Rainbow Draft. Especially in Rainbow Draft, as this is one of the best cards I've seen so far. Three more packs. In this pack we got Felicity Smoke, and we got our first rare, Gorilla Grodd, and it's a foil to boot. Felicity Smoke, Gray Hat. She is a 2-cost shield. When fielded, you may spin target character die up or down 1 level. She is also a 0/0/0 total fielding cost. This means she is instantly one of the best cards you can draft in the set. A cheap 0 fielding cost, this is prime rainbow drafting material. On top of that, spinning a target character down 1 level could be huge, especially because some characters go from a level 3 5/5 attack down to a 4 attack or even lower on their level 2 size. That could make a huge impact. She's pretty cheap, and she's not really that powerful with a 0/1/1, 0/1/2, and 0/1/3 sides, but she's not really there for much more than spinning characters up and down and being a cheap character. The other card we have is a foil Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd, Brains and Brawn. He is a 6-cost fist character. Gorilla Grodd can only be blocked by crossover character dice. That's pretty awesome. Especially in Unlimited, not too many people are going to be playing crossover dice in Unlimited, especially in the beginning. In Unlimited Constructed, playing Gorilla Grodd could basically mean he is unblockable. He also has a global ability. Pay 0 once per turn on your turn. Spin one of your sidekick character dice to a fist face. Well, that means that you can basically field a sidekick and just turn him to a fist at any point for nothing. It's not even a swap, it's a free energy. That's amazing. It is a global, so your opponent can use it, but if you use it with the Star Labs global ability that makes you put a sidekick into the field and another in your prep area, and next turn you just move that sidekick back down and make him a fist, that's a free energy you just got right there. Gorilla Grodd's TFC is 1/1/2, but he is brutal on his level 3 side as a 7/7. Another very playable card from this set. our next two packs. Clayface and Captain Cold. Clayface, Malleable Menace. He is a 5-cost mask character. At the beginning of your clear and draw step, you may replace Clayface's attack and defense with target character dies until end of turn. You may do this for each Clayface die separately. Wow. So he can basically become as strong as your strongest opponent's character. That means he is a perfect character to get out there to block. On his own, even without that ability, which you don't have to use, he is a 0/1/1 fielding cost, and his level 3 side is a 7/5. He is a bruiser. He is very powerful in constructed, and he is very powerful in rainbow drafting. I can definitely see him getting some play. Maybe not so much in constructed, but this is a great card for rainbow drafting. Captain Cold, Elegant Egomaniac. He is a 4-cost bolt character. While Captain Cold is active, when you use an action die, Captain Cold gets +1 attack and +1 defense until end of turn. I can see this getting some play. To be quite honest, this is probably the weakest of the cards I've opened so far. I've been much more impressed with everything else. But, I mean, he's still got his usefulness. Especially if you have an action-heavy team with Star Labs and Cosmic Treadmill and somebody's chalkboard out there too. I can definitely see this guy having a place on a rainbow draft team, maybe not a constructed team, but he's still got some abilities that are useful. Last pack. We got Amanda Waller and another rare, Wonder Girl. We'll start with Amanda Waller, another 2-cost shield character. Amanda Waller has a TFC of 0/0/1. When Amanda Waller attacks, she gets +1 attack for each of your attacking Suicide Squad characters. She's not a Suicide Squad character in and of herself, but I guess if in Rainbow Draft you are putting together a Suicide Squad team, which I say Rainbow Draft because this is the only set that has Suicide Squad characters, she is definitely the card to put on your team. +1 attack for each of your attacking Suicide Squad characters, she can get up there really powerful, really fast. And on top of that, she is only a 2-cost shield. That is money right there. Wonder Girl, Daughter of Zeus. Wonder Girl has a Team Watch ability. You may pay 1 generic if the Teen Titan die you fielded is a shield character die. If you do, gain life equal to its fielding cost. Well, she is a 3-cost fist, so that's it right there. And she is a Teen Titan character as well. This is the 3rd Teen Titan character so we've pulled in these 6 packs, so it looks like we're pretty Teen Titan character heavy in this set. She has a fielding cost of 0/1/1, and she seems pretty powerful, and as a 3-cost fist, she is definitely something you're going to look for in your Rainbow Draft. She is cheap, she is powerful, she is a card that you want to play with. So that's it. That's what we have. These are the 12 cards that we've pulled. These are some of the dice that go with them. Figure I'll show you some of those as well. It's a nice little clear one for the Cosmic Treadmill. Felicity. Of course, you know Gorilla Grodd is the banana. Clayface. If you look at him the right way, he looks like Clayface. If you look at him upside down, it's a hand. Captain Cold. Static. Amanda Waller, and Wonder Girl. So that's it. These are the 12 cards that we pulled from our packs. We'll be posting images of them up on Dice Masters database, along with a more in-depth review from not just me, but the rest of the Dice Masters database crew. I hope you enjoyed this preview. I am hoping to do more video previews in the future. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to contact me through the website. Thanks again to Wizkids, and I can't wait for this set.